What an interesting job. Gearboxes. Switches. Yes, I noticed. Him. You will understand it means a car. On which, ladies and gentlemen, we are now riding. It's called the Ford Raptor Ranger, which has 292 horsepower. European version of the car. Wow, listen. Well, they seemed a little stingy with the materials, don't you think so? You know this is the last time Raptor from the Raptor line, which integrated into the Ford family. First there was EV 150th, which was just. We made a splash in the full-size pickup market, yes. But he was at the base. A large pickup truck is made. Then they decided to integrate Raptor technology in the famous Ford Bronco, which also seemed to go very well. They have a rather interesting project like this. Do you remember how I rode behind you and how I then wrote you tearful text messages? That's the impression I have. That I was doing hyperextensions all day long. Some people just confuse these pickups. And me too. By the way, there are so many of these cars. Which, to be honest, this is a normal person. He is just like that. Guys, I just need a pickup and it works. Buy some Nissan Navara or Mercedes X. Yes, Toyota Telelux. She is probably unkillable, of course. I had a lot of experience riding it normally. But this beast is just going downhill. 18, then much more is needed. Today this car is for sale from you. In order 12 million rubles. Well, that's a plus or a minus. Yes, depending on the exchange rate. Yes. And this is actually true for these machines. Today it is not so expensive in principle, because the Terry X is already worth 20, yes. And it cost 10. Yeah, the Terroir cost 10, they said take it. Take it anyway. Oh, we then are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? How could you call us with such prices? What are you talking about 10 million Terrorix? What kind of Terrorix? He is needed. You have 20, make a 500,000 rubles discount we will take. Here are the approximate prices for today. Competitors to this car. When I start comparing it with the Helix. I understand Helix. How much does it cost there? 7 is 8, not quite a correct comparison. If you compare it, then it should be compared with Tacoma TRD. About TRD, it's at least a pocket tuning company for Toyota, which at least slightly improves these cars to more or less understandable realities of Raptors, because all the others are not. You see, they all have Foxes, they have different tires. That is, Fox is already standing here. That is, our car is prepared for off-road jumping. Shot a Raptor. Yes, Raptor is jumping. This is strong suspension articulation. This is this. To the region in the new territory. Bad road. This is it. This is it. This is exactly what you need. Layak, as soon as I get into the Ford, I immediately have a feeling. What is bad in my life? In life, there is something somewhere that you are not working on. I'm doing something wrong in this life. The display is electronic though, yeah. But he's so cheap. Listen. Well, that's how it is. I look at the configuration. Yes, heated steering wheel, heated seats, CarPlay, there is a camera, there is. Here he is simply practical. To be honest, I don't have anything bad to say about this car yet. I'm just saying what I feel here. Yeah, that's poverty in my automotive understanding. And in Moskvich you don't feel poverty. I feel luxury in Moskvich. Confidence and growth of the country. Very unusual door handle, and it is very convenient. You stick your hand in. I saw it and noticed how comfortable it is. Listen to the most interesting thing. Watch the music here. Bank off season, yes. Well, in Forge there is always Benkals. Well, all Raptors have a Benkalovets. It's really cool to hear these sounds. It determines the location. She writes to me, Vasily, here is sign 40. We are driving fast. That is, you understand, they integrated here. There are some good technologies there. Yes, of course, it can't be compared with German technologies, which are now walking in cars. But considering that it's just a truck. Yes, and this is a pickup, guys. This is a very good car. Here they did the aux, very cool. Yeah, that is, there is a lot you can do here. Well, that's a Raptor thing. A bunch of all kinds of equipment. Yes, you can add more here. Yes, a charger for the phone. A large number of places where you can put something. 2 bars in it. Yes, but the glove compartment is such a budget. Yes, that is, he is like this. The rewards are needed so that the Sand Eagle can fit in there. Cold, well, I don't. But I mean, look at this material, for example. This is not Alcantara, this is something else. But it feels nice to the touch. Yes, it is very nice. Yes, Here they tried to depict some kind of plastic there. I know what I don't like. I don't like the material. He's got some kind of skin. Simple yes petals. They put this red border. Yes, the inscription petals are very good. Made a red border here, yes. But they added so that it would at least be different somehow, you know. That is, if you see the texture of the drawing on. The stove resembles a scaly brine. Yes, that is when you start the car and your whole screen is covered in this scale. You know, when I see this it reminds me of this. You know that there is no caterpillar there. BMW XN front grille, exactly. Ha ha ha, damn, only a BMW driver could do that. I don't know how cheap this display looks, but I find it quite practical and informative. I think this is a particularly interesting point. Cruise control, which here is adaptive cruise control, which is very well done. Animation moments. Where are you when you turn it on? You have 4 modes. And it all shows up at once. Distance 2 cars, distance 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 control modes: normal, comfortable and sporty. I turn on sports. Shock absorbers are normal for sports and off-road. I'll put a sports one. And here I have R. Press P2. So that you can keep it all. That is, now you have adjusted the car to suit yourself. All Raptors have this. And let's say you had a bite to eat with someone at a traffic light. So as not to put all this on display, I press the P button and you automatically got everything reset. It's like an MK on an M5. Yes, you just turned on your mode. Yes, and everything in technology. Yeah, listen, for 12 million here are the people who... Well. I use such cars and I think they are pretty good. So if you're serious, listen. So the most interesting thing is you watch. Here you can also adjust the exhaust. Yes, here the trombone loop is the same as the F-150. That is, you don't have this rumble like the Terra X. Yes, or like the Shelby that we have there. When it rumbles, just you have a crate mode that you started. If the neighbors have small children there or something else. Cottage village or pad type yard. You started the car so calmly and drove out without a sound. Changed it for yourself and installed it for yourself. You tear yourself up at the traffic lights. Oh yeah, such a bass appeared. Well, it's small, obviously. Oh well, he has a bass voice. Yeah, not much power added. But it's just such a bummer he's driving 4 people in a car. Generally, I brought it normally. Well, by the way, the shock absorbers are in sport mode. Yes, not in sports mode in alcohol. Yes, there is a lot of roll. But let's be objective. I understand, so they have this story. This is the Raptor. All these advertising companies, all commercials, all these cars are shown in the sands. In the sands. Why is this happening? So the history of the Raptor basically began since the 2000s. That is, when they participated in the Baja California race. But these were completely different cars. That is, Baja 1000 and Baja 500. It's a desert race. There is such a Mexican desert, Baja California. There they race in these races. There were purely sports cars. Then they decided, why don't we make a civilian version of the racing car? And these technologies decided, set where? The famous Ford F-150, and the company SVT then developed a special concept car and presented it in 2009. Just in Texas at the exhibition. The car then simply broke all records. He blew up all the topics then. That is, the car was mega cool. But how do you say it? All Fords, when you got inside you understood that you are not working on your life somewhere. And from this moment on, the arms race has begun. Between the Chrysler, whose was then Rem, and Ford. And the Raptor has already had 3 generations. And these were all desert racing cars. On dry off-road. On broken roads. Over these potholes, over these roars. Different plowed fields, and that's it. Well, I'm already integrating this a little into our reality. It's there all the time. If you saw 3X any Raptor, they all drive around the sands. These cars were created specifically for racing, at very high positive temperatures. In sand or on dry off-road. What about additional ones? All sorts of strays. In the form of a trunk lid, for example. Well, we'll install everything here. Well, all of this is there. Yes, of course, no problem to install Ramber. Yes, of course, all this is there. We have everything in stock. Basically, if people want, then of course you are welcome. Overall, there is no wow feeling from the car. But she's not bad. Whoever wants to go to Leoka will quickly tell you everything.